This video has been recorded using the Davo DVC-100. Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Tyler from the channel Zebra Brahma, and put your hand down, mister! So apparently there's a rumor going around that Microsoft is already killing their own console, the Xbox One. Here's an article by Tech News World that gives, well, the whole entire story from it. This has been posted on the 12th of August, and this is what it says. People went absolutely nuts when they found out the Xbox One had to connect once a day. Now if I told you that to live in your house you had to take a breath at least once a day, you'd likely not care. If you didn't breathe, you'd be dead anyway. Given that next generation game systems are tied to connected services, requiring them to check in once a day should have been in line with breathing. There's another video game console fight coming, and Microsoft's latest, the Xbox One, has a hard act to follow as it joins the fray. Its predecessor, the Xbox 360, took on the competition and eventually dominated the gaming segment. It has been outselling both the Nintendo and Sony consoles for some time now. I'm guessing Microsoft felt it had an unfair advantage, because it apparently has been doing its level best to scare gamers away from the Xbox One ever since it was announced. This isn't Sony or Nintendo torpedoing the product. Nintendo can't seem to find a market, and Sony's focusing on trying to avoid being split up at the moment. It really needs to split up. Nope, the Xbox problems are all coming from Microsoft, and I'm trying to figure out why it seems to want to kill what otherwise looks like an excellent product. When this sort of thing has happened in the past, I suggest Steve Jobs was likely paying someone inside the company to sabotage the effort. But I'm pretty sure Steve isn't doing that this time, though if anyone could, he'd be the guy who wanted to do it. Xbox One, so much done right. The first Xbox wasn't that attractive. You couldn't call it butt ugly, but it clearly was a game machine. It looked more at home in a kid's room than in the living room. The Xbox 360 was a vast improvement. Glossy black and special editions, but still more gaming than general purpose entertainment. That said, in places like England, it actually had more use as a set-top box than as a game player. The Xbox One takes this a big step further and actually looks like a piece of next generation stereo gear. It looks like it belongs in the living room, and I think it would have been wise to have included receiver features to make it more complete, but now it looks more like what it is, a general purpose entertainment system. Kinect has some sharp improvements as well. Sony and Nintendo focus on ever more capable, strong, strange controllers that could go ballistic if you did hold on to them tightly enough, possibly taking out your TV set or the person you're playing against. But Microsoft went control free, and the experience is more natural as a result. Kinect will not only capture gestures better now, but also measure body functions so you can engage in stronger exercise-related games with less risk of becoming a heart attack victim. This is a system that will encourage you to move around and exercise, which gives you another justification to buy it. And it could improve your health over time. Finally, the version of the product effectively takes over your media viewing experience. Some may be able to turn off their cable TV service and live off it, while others will integrate the two to create something better and more compelling than they currently have. Yes, there is a normal US $5 a month charge, but it's lower than what you'd likely pay TiVo or Netflix, and a fraction of what you probably pay for a cable company. For that $5 a month, you actually get a decent value. So why is it getting such horrible press? Gee, I wonder why. Current generation game machines, either console or handheld, with the possible exception of the Wii, are designed to be connected. If they are connected, much of what they can do in terms of social networking, streaming content, team gameplay, and web browsing doesn't work. Disconnected, current generation systems, again with the possible exception of the Wii, are crippled. Given that next generation game systems are even more tied to connected services, the fact that the system might have to check in at least once a day should have been in line with the breathing. Having it disconnected would be the exception. So only in the case of an extended power outage, when the thing wouldn't work anyway, or in the case of the network going down for an extended period, would this have been a problem? Yeah, obviously. However, this requirement was presented badly, and it came off like some big brother thing that no one in their right mind would want. Folks freaked out in one instance, and now ex-Microsoft executives said something the effect of "get over it," which was like pouring gas on the fire. At no point did Microsoft actually point out that one of the advantages of this daily check-in was that you could buy a game once and have it appear on all of your devices. With the current generation of Microsoft PCs, phones, and I'll bet Xbox game systems, you basically buy an app once, and if you have a number of systems, the app is available on all of them. I've seen this work on my PCs and my Windows Phone, and it is wonderful, but the devices have to connect regularly for this to work. Email, calendaring, streaming, and much of what I do won't work if the devices don't connect. So I don't mind that connecting regularly is required, but if this is a requirement on my game system, well, oh my god, that's awful. It was as if Microsoft wanted people upset. Yeah, they're mostly for the money, not really for upsetting people, but they did it anyway, and I'm pretty sure it was on purpose. If you're going to introduce a fee, you need to couch it in a way that people don't find objectionable. First, you generally talk about fees as monthly fees, because even $5 a month sounds like a lot if it's annualized. Think of your monthly cell phone fee, which is likely close to $100. That's $1,200 a year, more than some pay for the cars. Do you see the cell phone providers describing your fees as annual rates? Not on your life. And if you realize you often need to sign up for 3 years, that last phone you bought actually costs closer to $4,000 than the $200 you thought you paid. You also position a fee against other things, so it doesn't appear excessive. In my case, I pay around $40 for TiVo a month, around $15 for Netflix, around $100 for Comcast, and another $20 or so for music services. So against that, $5 a month extra for some convenience and the possibility that I could dial back one of those other services is trivial. Hell, even the social networking aggregation tool that wants to charge me $9 a month, though I am balking at that. If you already have a Microsoft Gold account, you are likely already paying $5 a month. So for you, the extra services that come with this new packages are free. You basically get 5 new services for the same price you were okay with before. Instead of positioning this as a monthly fee and against a backdrop of other things you are buying, Microsoft presented it as an annual fee of $60, and for stuff you probably already get. The message has been crafted to ensure you think you are getting screwed. This is like Bizarro. Steve Jobs is running Xbox marketing. He's not. He's running Apple. Not anymore. He died. Unfortunately, rest in peace. Wrapping up, it's all about perception. If Steve Jobs had positioned the first iPhone around what you actually paid for it, close to $3,000 over its life, and highlighted the massive controls that he had on the device, no political content, no competing apps including navigation, and no ability to change carriers, buyers wouldn't have bought it. In fact, they would likely gone out of their way to drive by Apple stores just to flip the guy off rather than lining up for the iPhone. That's actually pretty fun. I can actually imagine that. I think they're doing that to Microsoft stores. Are they still around? This is because Jobs focused folks on the parts of the phone they like, and those parts were good enough that buyers didn't care that much about the rest. With the Xbox One, Microsoft has arguably created one of its best consumer products ever. However, for some screwy reason, its marketing geniuses seems to be working their butts off to ensure it fails. I can't for the life of me figure out why. Maybe Microsoft found a way to create a bizarro version of Steve Jobs. If so, he is running Xbox marketing. That would explain a lot. Well, do you guys think they're killing it off? If they do, then gloves are off, Sony wins. I mean, if that happens, you rarely see anyone go to the store to pre-order Xbox One or even buy it when it's released. I mean, come on, I never really liked Xbox in the first place, but this makes it even worse. I mean, I've seen stupid-ass consoles. One that shall not be mentioned. But, how they marketed it is like, trying to market Mind Jack into thinking it's a good game, which it's not. What do you think? Are they gonna kill it off, or are they gonna try to recover it? Even though they did 180, they can easily kill it again. Please rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. This has been Tyler for Nintendo Zebra Brahma, signing out.